Before angels spoke and before miracles stirred in the womb, there was silence, heavy, holy, and almost unbearable. In the days when Herod, ruled by fear and hope, felt like a dying ember, an elderly priest walked into the temple expecting nothing more than another day of incense and prayer. But in that sacred stillness, heaven broke its silence. An angel appeared. A barren woman conceived, and the child who would shake nations began to leap before he ever breathed air. This is the story of two mothers, two miracles, and one prophecy that prepared the world for the Messiah. Luke chapter 1 verses 12 and 13. When Zechariah saw him, he was startled and was gripped with fear. But the angel said to him, "Do not be afraid, Zechariah. Your prayer has been heard. Your wife Elizabeth will bear you a son, and you are to call him John." In the days of Herod, when fear sat in the corners of every home like an uninvited guest, there lived a man named Zechariah, a priest, a quiet man with tired eyes, faithful but familiar with disappointment. And Elizabeth, a woman righteous and kind, her heart still soft, though seasons had passed without the sound of children's laughter. Together, they carried a silence deeper than the night. For a priest, this was the moment, the honor given once in a lifetime, if at all, to step into the space where earth felt closest to heaven, into the Holy of Holies, into the temple of the Lord, and burn incense. He carried Israel's prayers in his hands, not knowing heaven was about to answer with a whisper that would shake nations. Angel Gabriel appeared and said unto him, "Do not be afraid, Zechariah, your prayer has been heard. Your wife Elizabeth will bear you a son, and you will name him John. He will be great in the sight of the Lord, filled with the Spirit from his mother's womb. He will turn many hearts back and prepare the way." Zechariah's voice trembles. "How can this be? We are old." Gabriel answered, "I am Gabriel, I stand in the presence of God. Because you did not believe, you will be silent, until the day the promise is fulfilled." A priest entered the sanctuary offering prayers, and returned carrying prophecy, but his tongue was stilled, so that his heart could learn the language of faith. In a house long acquainted with quiet, silence became a promise. Elizabeth sits near the window, her hands folded over a heart still tender from decades of longing. She touches her stomach, still flat, still silent, yet something has changed within her. She doesn't know why the morning feels different, why the air feels alive, why her spirit trembles like a curtain touched by unseen hands. Then she hears footsteps. Zechariah appears in the doorway, his robe dusty from the journey, his face marked with something she cannot yet name. Awe, fear, glory, all tangled like threads of lightning. He tries to speak, cannot. Elizabeth rises slowly, studying the man she has loved across years of sorrow and endurance. She moves toward him, placing her hands on his cheeks. His eyes fill with tears. "What happened?" she whispers. Zechariah reaches for a writing tablet, his hands shaking. He writes only one sentence. "An angel of the Lord stood before me. Our prayer is answered. You will bear a son. This child will not belong to us alone. He will belong to God from the womb." Elizabeth collapses into Zechariah's arms as he holds her gently, silently, reverently. He cannot speak, but his soul is shouting. Months passed. Elizabeth senses movement outside. She steps into the courtyard, sees Mary approaching, breathless from the long journey, dust clinging to her clothes, yet her face glowing with something more radiant than sunlight. She pauses at the gate doorway, hesitating, unsure how Elizabeth will receive news so impossible it still echoes in her own bones. Their eyes meet. Mary opens her mouth to speak, but the moment she calls out a greeting, Elizabeth gasps, her hand flies to her belly. The child leaps within her, not in pain, but in joy, fierce and immediate, as if the unborn prophet recognizes the presence of the unborn Messiah. Elizabeth's face glows. She lifts her hands toward heaven, her voice rising with a clarity not her own. She said, "Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the child you carry. And who am I, that the mother of my Lord should come to me?" Mary's breath catches. She has told no one. No whisper of Nazareth has reached this hill country. This is revelation, not rumor. Elizabeth continued, "Blessed is she who believed, for the Lord will fulfill everything he has spoken to her." Mary leans into her embrace, both women laughing through tears as their hearts weave together. Two miracles, two wombs, two promises, one divine story unfolding. Mary begins to sing, softly at first, like a whisper waking the world. Her voice fills the room, wraps around Zechariah's silence, lifts Elizabeth's spirit, and rises like incense. My soul magnifies the Lord, and my spirit rejoices in God my Savior. His mercy reaches from generation to generation. He has brought down the proud. He has lifted the humble. Mary whispers, "Your son will prepare the way," Elizabeth replies, "and yours is the way." Months passed. Elizabeth clutches Zechariah's hand, her face contorted with pain and an unshakable peace. Zechariah stands close, silent but fierce, his eyes fixed on Elizabeth with a mixture of helplessness and holy wonder. He presses his hand to hers, his breath trembling. Cry breaks through the night. "A son," Elizabeth whispers. "My son, the Lord has shown his mercy." Zechariah touches the baby's forehead, and though he cannot speak, his soul roars with worship. The child is 8 days old, wrapped in soft cloth, asleep in Elizabeth's arms. A rabbi steps forward. "Well," he says, smiling, "we shall name him after his father." Zechariah, "Yes." Crowd nods. "Makes sense. It is tradition." Elizabeth shakes her head firmly. "No. He shall be called John." A ripple of murmurs passes through the crowd. "John? There is no one in your family with that name." They turn to Zechariah, expecting correction. Zechariah gestures urgently for a writing tablet. He writes only 2 words, but they fall like thunder. His name is John. The moment the final letter is finished, Zechariah inhales sharply. His voice returns like a rushing river breaking free of winter ice. He speaks. "No," he prophesies. "Blessed be the Lord, the God of Israel, for he has come and redeemed his people." The people step back stunned. Elizabeth holds the baby tighter, her eyes shining. Zechariah lifts his son high. "And you, my child, you will be called the prophet of the Most High. You will go before the Lord to prepare his way." In a world that had grown used to disappointment and delay, God was quietly weaving redemption through the lives of ordinary people. An aging priest, a faithful woman, and a young girl from a forgotten town. John's birth shattered centuries of silence, declaring that the God who seemed distant was already moving, already speaking, already preparing the way. And Mary's child, Jesus, was the answer to promises older than kings and empires. The story of Zechariah, Elizabeth, and Mary reminds us of this unshakable truth. God's delays are not denials. His silence is not absence, and his promises do not expire. When the time is right, he breaks the quiet with miracles. So may we, like them, learn to wait with faith, to listen in the silence, and to trust that even now, God is preparing the way. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to help more families grow in faith together.